Hello guys, I'm Aveline and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we are building Redwood Lane, which is on a 40x40 in Brindleton Bay. So far I think it's for 2 kids, 1 toddler, 1 teen, 2 parents, and possibly another young adult or like a young adult couple. Maybe another teen that's a little bit older than the other teen. I don't fully know about the interior yet because I haven't done it as of right now. So yes, that's why I'm like, maybe there'll be more rooms. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think so. I think that's pretty much who it's for. So anyways, it's been a while since I've done a voiceover because I was away for a couple of days during this week. So I don't know if I sound a little bit rusty. That would be why. I do feel like it's been ages since the last time I did a voiceover, although it was Monday this week actually, so it's not that long ago. I just feel like it just feels like a lot longer than it actually has been, so I don't know. We'll get through this. I'm just a little bit nervous, but it's fine. My boyfriend is sitting downstairs playing Red Dead Redemption right now, so he's also home. Did I say that right? Red Dead Redemption. I don't know, anyways. So he's also home right now, which, you know, makes it a little bit worse, but it's all good. We'll get through this just fine. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this build. I am also sorry to say that it is split up into 2 videos because I just could not fit it all into one. So this is actually quite a long video for just the exterior. However, we are doing the front of the build and the back of the build. So, and we're doing everything on the exterior basically. So all the details, everything, it'll all be in this video, and then we'll do the full interior in the next one. That'll hopefully be up on either Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday, so tomorrow or the day after, because Tuesday I get to start recording with Get Famous, which I'm so freaking excited about. So I want to get this sort of not out of the way because I don't want to rush through it, but you know what I mean, like I do want to have this up on the channel before I get famous, so I can just fully focus on that and make some videos for you guys, hopefully more than just one video for you guys with the new pack. So I am so freaking excited about that. It's getting close and I hope that I don't get work tomorrow because that would be really bad timing. But I don't know yet, so we'll have to wait and see. I still haven't had work for like ages, which is making me so nervous. I don't know what's going on, but try not to think about it too much, so let's not talk about that. So yeah, this house is, I don't know what style it is, to be honest. I wasn't really going for anything specific. I ended up using some of the Tudor wallpapers, so it probably has like a Tudor touch to it, but I wouldn't say that it's a Tudor house. I don't fully know though. Honestly, maybe it's like European Tudor, kind of, some situation there. I don't fully know. But I was just having a lot of fun with it, just adding stuff onto it. As soon as I'd done the house shell, I knew that I couldn't fit this house into just one video. So I basically just took my time and went back and changed some things here and there and just added more details. And yes, I was just taking my time because I knew that I wouldn't be able to fit it all into just one video, so I figured I would just take my time and put on as many details as I could and just sit down and really figure out what to do with the landscaping and everything, because I wanted to try out something different as well. I don't know if I managed with the back of the build. We'll have to wait and see until later in this video, but I did try at least, so hopefully that counts for something. I don't know. But yeah, so basically I just took my time because sometimes, I don't know if you guys, if you do videos, you know, but I don't know if you don't do videos, maybe you don't, but when you do speed builds, you always got like, I always have the thought like at the back of my mind, like I have to hurry a little bit because otherwise if I just take my time every single video, every single build, the videos will end up being like 45 minutes long or something. So I always have this like thought I need to hurry through it just a little bit. So it was nice to just like take a step back, sit back and just, you know, take my time. So I also warned you guys about this on the Discord. I actually started out thinking that this build was going to be the one where I kind of split up everything into rooms, but I don't think it's going to be that one because I think I can fit it into 2 videos. So we'll have to do that with some 64x64 at some point, make it super detailed. Hopefully we'll have to wait and see because I'm not entirely sure what to do about the interior. I just want to like, cause sometimes I do tend to hurry through the interior just a little bit because I know you guys probably prefer the exterior more than the interior. I personally also prefer doing exteriors more than interiors. So sometimes I just rush through it a little bit, but I think it would be good if I could just kind of, I don't know, split the video into a lot of videos. So do the exterior in one video and then maybe like do the dining room and the kitchen in another video and bedrooms in another video, so we can just like go into detail in every single build or every single room in the build, you know what I mean? So I thought that was going to be this house, but it's not. It's not going to turn into that. So we'll do that with the 64 by some point, or at some point. If my voice sounds a little bit different as well, I think I'm in a habit where I just say that in every video, but honestly, I always feel like there's something wrong with it. I just, it's a little bit rough these days, because whenever I hang out with my mom and we gotta sleep in the same room, she always sleeps with the window open, because otherwise she can't fall asleep. And I always sleep with the radiator on, because I just can't. If I ever sleep in a cold room, I always end up sick. Like, that's the thing with me, apparently. So I'm a little bit, my nose is a little bit runny, my throat hurts a little bit today. Hopefully it doesn't, you can't hear it too well, but if I do sound a little bit different, that would be why. I just thought I would point that out for you guys in case you were wondering. I don't know if like why you would be wondering, but there you go, bonus info for you guys. So my initial plan with this house was to make it sort of like gray and black and then with a little bit of brown here and there, but at the end, as you probably could tell from the thumbnail, I did end up going for the usual brown tones, like the warmer browns, because I just felt like it just fit the house better. Like, it just started to look a little bit, you know, a little bit like Tudor European kind of. So yeah, the browns, I just felt like they fit the house a lot better. So that is the kind of color scheme we're going for. We are going for a lot of white for the walls themselves though, which is not something I feel like I do very often. I have been trying to do it a little bit lately with some of my houses, so as in use like brown accents or trims and stuff like that, and then use white wallpaper, so you get this like nice contrast there, if you get what I mean. So I've been doing that with this house as well. We are using a lot of rock wallpapers as well, and other than that, I think, oh yeah, we added some red as well, because I was using, oh my god, what are those called? The roof lines or the spandrels. I actually had to go in game and check that out, because I just didn't remember. So I'm gonna keep the game open in case there's something else that I don't remember, which would be typical me, let's be honest. So we're using those from Vampire's game pack, and they don't come in like a proper brown. They come in these weird colors. Well, there is a white, which is pretty standard, but then there is this kind of green toned kind of color. I don't know what that is. And there are two colors that are very much alike. One is a little bit more red than the other one. The other one is kind of like red brown. We're using the red brown, but it still doesn't match the rest of the brown on the build, which is what I would preferred. So I ended up choosing for the flooring right here at the entrance, and also on the back, as you can see later on, I ended up going with a very red wooden floorboard, and also I ended up putting some red flowers on the build itself, just to kind of, you know, tie in with that red sort of roofline thing situation, because I do love that. I do love how detailed the roofline spandrel, whatever you want to call it, from Vampire's game pack is. So I use it quite a lot, but it's a shame that it doesn't come in those standard colors. So I'm a little bit disappointed by that, but I mean, it's a little bit late to figure it out by now, because Vampire's game pack has been out for almost, oh my god, has it almost been 2 years by now? Oh my, time flies by. Okay, anyways, so we're both using that, the red flowers, and also for the landscaping, some red flowers in there too, along with some white. And I've made a, where I put down a red postbox mailbox from Get Together as well. So there's a little bit of red here and there to kind of make sure that the roof lines, spandrels don't look too out of place, you know what I mean? So hopefully that made sense. I suck at explaining myself, but hopefully it made sense just a little bit. So I've also gotten into this habit of when I'm choosing the wallpaper or just the color scheme overall, because usually in the past I have continuously like changed the whole color scheme of the whole house over and over and over until I found something that I liked, and that takes so long to do for me. So I've gotten into this habit of just changing the color scheme on just one little section of the house to start out with, and then I'll continue on to the next one, and then the next one if I do like it. Otherwise I won't continue on, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I feel like that's been helping me quite a lot, because usually choosing wallpapers or choosing color schemes can take me like freaking ages, but this helps a lot. So it's just, you know, you don't have to go through the whole house over and over and over to come up with a color scheme. Just this little section, and then if you feel like that works, go on to the next section, and if it doesn't look good together, go back to the first section and then start over instead of just doing the whole house over and over and over. I don't know, a little bit of a tip there. I'm pretty sure you guys are doing, you know, the most productive way already. I'm just stupid. It's completely fine. But I just figured that out like a couple weeks ago, so I thought I would share in case, you know, you feel like you are spending way too long on choosing color schemes, because I've been there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know, I thought I would just share. So my initial plan with that archway, as you can see right now, when I put it down, I'd actually planned to put a garage or build a garage kind of situation in the backyard. But as it turns out, because I'm building on a 40 by 40, there wasn't a whole lot of space in the backyard. So I thought about moving it to a 50 by 50, but there is only the one in Willow Creek, which I don't think this house suits very well. And then, or there are two in Willow Creek actually, but the park one, I don't like building on that one, or I don't like doing residential lots on that one, because it's not actually right at the street or at the what's it called, the road. And that annoys me so much. Plus, there are public toilets on the other side of the road, and I just don't think that fits a residential area quite well. So I don't like building residential houses on that lot. I have tried before and I did not like how it looked, so I moved it elsewhere. But there are those two, and then there are the ones in Oasis Springs, and neither of those, I feel like this house doesn't suit Oasis Springs or Willow Creek. So it was either a 40 by 40 or a 64 by 64, and I'm sorry, I'm not ready to take on a 64 by 64 right now, right before Get Famous, where we're basically dealing with like, yeah, one 64 by 64 and then two 50 by 40s in the big area. So, and you guys know I like to build big houses. So I'll most likely be building big houses in Dilsel Valley. So those are the lots you're gonna look at once that pack comes out. But I was just not ready to take on a 64 by 64 right now, right before Get Famous comes out. So I built this on the 40 by 40, and therefore I had to scrap the or just, you know, drop the garage idea. So no garage in this build, although it was the start of it was a part of my initial plan. So maybe we can just like pretend that the van, or is it a van? No, a truck that I'm putting at the front, the toy truck that, you know, we have to size up these days because we don't have cars yet. Hopefully they're coming at some point. Can't promise anything. Really hoping though. Anyways, so we can just pretend like it's maybe parked in the archway sometimes. I don't know, the archway's a little bit small, but let's just pretend. Okay, let's just pretend. So yeah, no garage this time around. I also had some issues with because I really wanted to build a shed and also a greenhouse, but the wall height on the ground floor is actually the medium height. And I just don't like how greenhouses look with the medium height walls, or sheds for that matter, so I had to do something else with that, or to build those, and you'll see it later on as well. I did take some inspiration from a picture I saw on Twitter around Season's release, actually, when the Glass Roof update came out, so I don't remember who did it, unfortunately, because it's that long ago. I've been wanting to do it for a while, I just haven't really figured out the time, or like figured out what build it would sort of fit in, kind of. But because I couldn't do a proper looking greenhouse for this house, I decided to do it for this one. So you'll see that in a bit. I know some other YouTubers have also done it by now, like a long time ago as well, but I'm always a little bit late on the trend, so it's completely fine. But you'll see that in a little bit as well. So we gotta get the facade of the build completely done before we move on to the back. But I thought I would just explain that thing about the archway because it looks very random to me. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one who's annoyed by it, but yeah, I just thought I would explain. Also, by the way, I'm not entirely sure when I start doing the interior for this house. Maybe it's tonight, or maybe I start doing it tomorrow. So that's why I don't know when the next part is coming out, but it will be either Monday or Tuesday. But in case I haven't started it by now that you're seeing this video and you got any suggestions for what kind of style you want the interior to be, do let me know in the comment section down below, by the way, because I am all up for suggestions about that. Like, yeah, do let me know, like, what kind of family do you think lives here? What kind of interior would you prefer? Because right now I haven't fully decided yet, so I'm kind of dealing with a couple of styles I feel like would fit this house, but I'm not entirely sure yet. So if you got any ideas, do let me know. All I know regarding this family is that one of them likes to do woodworking, and one of them, or the same person that likes to do woodworking, I'm not entirely sure about that either, but there's also some stuff with flower arrangement in the backyard, because I did place down this little gardening area where I've actually planted some vegetables and also some flowers, and there's a flower arrangement table as well. So I don't know, I feel like maybe that could be their line of work, or maybe it could just be a hobby. I don't fully know yet, but that's all I know about this family as of right now, that they like handiwork apparently. They like to work with either woods, or they like to work with flowers, so, or both. So yeah, that's all I know. But if you got any suggestions for what kind of style you want the interior to be, just let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, so while we're doing some flowers, or while we're placing down some, what's it called, doing landscaping, that's what it's called, yes. How did I forget that word? I love landscaping. Okay, anyways, I do want to talk a little bit about what I've been doing the past couple of days, or the past couple of days, actually from Tuesday to Friday, because my mom came to visit and we spent the first 2 days in Edinburgh. I can't pronounce that at all. It's fine. I live over here and I can't pronounce the city names. It's fine. Anyways, so we did that the first 2 days, which was it was great. Edinburgh is a really, really pretty city. It's very different, because you got this, like, in the middle you have a park, basically. That's also where the National Gallery is, and also the, what's it called, Waverley, the train station. And then above that, or north of that, I think, I might be mistaken about this, I don't really fully know, like, how the city is placed. But on the northern side, I think, you got the old city, which just looks like, it looks like you're walking into like old times or something, because it just looks so freaking old. And it's like they've basically barely changed anything. Like, it looks amazing over there. It's also very touristy. But anyways, and then on top of that, there's a hill and there's a castle. And then on the other side of the park in the middle, you got this area that looks a little bit more modern, and it's just kind of funny with the two contrasts. You got the modern side, and you got the completely old looking city part, and it's just, I don't know, I really like the two contrasts. Like, it just feels like you're walking in a fairy tale, kind of. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then we also went to these vaults, because in Edinburgh they kind of have these, like, it's kind of like a city under Edinburgh, kind of. So it's basically where the not higher standing people, so maybe poor people, criminals, or just homeless, kind of hung out. There used to be a tavern down there, for example, and other stuff like a, what you call that, like this person that works with shoes. I don't remember, shoemaker? I don't know, anyways. Blacksmith possibly as well. I don't fully remember, but we went to the vaults to check that out, and it's supposedly haunted, and it just had this, like, I got this, like, eerie feeling of being there. Like, it was so creepy. So yeah, that was fun. Never tried anything like that. I also shared a lot of pictures of my trip on Instagram, by the way, so I don't know, if you want to follow me on Instagram, there's a link to my account down below. But yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was a lot of fun. I've never done that before, like gone to this kind of underground city anywhere. I know they have them in Paris as well, and possibly a lot of places, but it's the first for me. It was a lot of I don't know, it's just fun to experience. So, sorry, by the way, with the little shed over here, I wanted to try something new. So basically what I did was I took the columns from Outdoor Retreat and then I just placed them on the ground, because you can place columns on the ground even though you have a foundation under the build. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I did that, and then I took this wall decor thing you can find under build, like it's in the same menu as flower boxes, for example. I sized it up once or twice and then I placed it so it kind of looks like it's placed on top of the columns. So it makes it like, it kind of looks like roofing, sort of, but it's also hold. I don't know if you saw it before. I'm sorry, I was talking over that. I really wanted to explain what I was doing. But yeah, and then I took some fencing. Is that from Backyard Stuff Pack or something like that? I don't really remember. But I made this little shed area over there, so I put the flower arrangement table in it, and I also put the woodworking table in there. So they got this little work area over there if they want to, you know, staying outside and work, they can do that, because as of right now, I haven't put anything inside the build, so there is no woodworking area inside the build as of right now. But I think I may just keep it to the outside, because I feel like putting a woodworking table inside is a little bit weird if you don't have like a dedicated room for it. I just never feel like woodworking tables fit into my builds. That's why I never use them. But I knew for this one, because I kind of wanted it to have this like sort of like farm-like life in the backyard basically, so I knew I wanted there to be a greenhouse and also a gardening area and the shed. So yes, that's kind of, I was having a few issues with the greenhouse. You can see right now I just placed the because I've seen other people do this in videos, and I've also seen them like a long time ago. I've also seen them on Twitter, like I said before. During season's release, people were playing around with the glass roofs like crazy. They were making domes, they were making greenhouses like this. So basically you just take a normal roof, you put it on the ground, and then you make it round, sort of, and then you just place a door, and that's it. You got yourself a room. I don't fully know how it works, like during seasons and stuff, if you can still plant stuff inside the roof, I guess we can call it, because I don't fully know if it's a room, because there are no walls technically. It's just a roof. So I don't fully know how that works during seasons, but hopefully it works. Crossing my fingers. So yeah, I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool to try out. Something else I forgot to mention was that apparently I have been placing down these fishing signs by the ponds in the front yard, because you guys know I like to put ponds in my front yards. Apparently I do that quite a lot. So I've been doing that a little bit lately. I didn't know if it actually worked so that your Sims can fish in the ponds, but apparently it does. So I've done that with both the ponds in the front yard. Just thought I would point that out because I forgot to say before while I was making the ponds basically, but you can apparently fish in them. So that's pretty cool. And over here I went into debug to find a lot of vegetables and flowers, like I said earlier as well. So how to get into debug, basically you type what is it, Control-Shift-C, and then you do bb.show hidden objects, and then there's a search field search box above the categories, as you can see down in the left corner right now, and you just type debug and all this stuff comes out. Warning you, it's a lot. Like there's a lot to go through, but you have to scroll down quite a lot to get to the vegetables and also the flowers. So I did that. I placed down a lot of them and made my playtester sim plant all the flowers and all the other stuff. So basically I got this little gardening area over there that is fully functional already. She also set herself on fire at the bonfire. Well done. she's not the smartest playtester sim. I will admit to that. She's a little bit stupid. It's fine. As for the rest of the build, I basically just put down a few decor pieces here and there. I did not do the terrace or any of the other sitting areas outside other than the bonfire, because I want to save that for the interior, because at this point I've been recording for 5 hours and 40 minutes, so I thought that was enough. So yeah, I'm gonna do that with the interior, but basically for the rest of this build we are just placing down some flowers and bushes and stuff here and there, because the last time I did a bigger build I did have to cut out some of the landscaping, but some of you guys said that that's your favorite part basically, so I thought I would keep it in this time. So here you go. Anyways guys, we are getting to the end of this video in just a second, so I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover now. I hope you like this build. It cannot be downloaded just yet because the interior is not done, but once it's done you can find it on the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT. AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And remember to let me know if you got any suggestions for what kind of style you want me to do the interior in. Do let me know in the comment section down below. And also if you got any suggestions for anything you want to see with Get Famous, because I get to record it here on Tuesday. And yeah, just let me know in the comment section down below. I will go through my ideas at first because I do have quite a lot already, and you guys have also given me some ideas on the Discord. By the way, if you want to join that, there's also an invitation link to that in the description down below. But if you got any suggestions, do let me know in the comment section, of course. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!